A true friend is one who tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. The most important thing is not what we do, but why we do it. A wise man sees the future in the present. The topmost love is to love without awaiting anything in return. Success is not measured by how high we climb, but by how many we bring with us. If you want to know what a young person will be like when they grow up, look at the friend they keep. The topmost accomplishment is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A youthful person should never give up on their dreams, for dreams are the foundation of the future. A person's wealth is measured by the quantum of happiness they produce in the world. One who is humble will always be admired. A young person should never be afraid to make mistakes. The secret of happiness is in gratefulness. The topmost act of charity is to help someone come to sufficient. The wise person learns from everyone, the fool from no one. The true measure of a person is not what he knows, but what he does with what he knows. The righteous are not pure from suffering, but they've the strength to endure it. The tongue is an important instrument for good or evil. Prayer without action is like a body without a soul. The beginning of wisdom is the fear of God. The loftiest form of knowledge is modesty. Life is a trip, not a destination. God is set up in the ordinary, not just in the extraordinary. One who gives charity with a smile is lesser than one who gives with a frown. We do not see things as they are, we see things as we are. The most important thing is not what we do, but why we do it. The greatest wealth is the wealth of the soul. One who is kind to others is kind to himself. The day is short, and the task is great. The advanced a person climbs, the further they will be challenged. The topmost wealth is the wealth of the soul. A youthful person should never give up on their dreams, for dreams are the foundation of the future. The topmost act of charity is to help someone come to sufficient. One who is kind to others is kind to himself. A youth who does not know their own worth is worth nothing. A youthful person should never stop learning. There is always further to learn. One who saves a single life is as if he saved the entire world. A youthful person should always be open to new ideas and perspectives. A youthful person should never be hysterical, to stand up for what they believe in. A wise person sees the future in the present. One who honors others will be recognized himself. The ultimate thing is not to be successful, but to be significant. A youthful person should never give up on themselves, for they are able of greatness. The true measure of a person is not what he knows, but what he does with what he knows. The loftiest form of wisdom is kindness. A youthful person should always be humble, for there is always further to learn. One who walks with integrity walks securely. A youthful person should always be willing to try new effects, for it is through trial that we learn and grow. The path to success is never straight, but it is always worth the trip. One who does not recognize their parents does not recognize anyone. A youthful person should never be too proud to admit when they are wrong. The topmost wisdom is to be kind to others. A person's character is defined by how they treat those who can do nothing for them. A youthful person should never stop seeking for greatness, for the pursuit of excellence is what gives life meaning. One who seeks to understand will always find the verity. The true test of a person's character is how they treat those who are weaker than themselves. A youthful person should always be willing to take pitfalls, for it is through taking pitfalls that we discover our true eventuality. The topmost pleasure in life is to do what others say you cannot do. One who is content with what they will always have enough. A person who speaks kindly will always be heard.